Officials will tell you the North Country is facing problems with gangs. Tonight we introduce you to the people who monitor that sort of activity and try to stop it.
It's the second part in our special series, Signs of Trouble. Here's 7 News reporter Jeff Nelson.
Diane and Brian, the county's gang task force is made up of local, state, and federal agencies. It was formed in the 1990s after a gang-related murder on Fort Drum. It was September of 1992. 14-year-old Jackie DeCuson was stabbed to death in a wooded area on post. The teenagers charged with the murder, all students at Indian River, and all claimed to be members of a group they called the Lost Boys. Wannabe gang members, wannabes who, on one fall night, proved what gang experts already know to be true.
The problem with the wannabes is they're gonna-bes.
Joe Wargo is a probation officer in Jefferson County and a member of the Gang Task Force, an organization that formed following the DeCuson murder. He tracks gang activity in the North Country one way by analyzing graffiti. This graffiti, which reads Crips, was found just behind Wiley School in Watertown. This example, more intricate. It contains symbols commonly seen in authentic Crips street gang graffiti. This picture was also taken in Watertown at the Black River Valley Club. Wargo says gang culture is something of a melting pot. You'll find students identifying with gangs, local adults, and adults who come into our area from larger cities.
You know, a dime bag of marijuana in New York City is $50 up here. So they're coming up here because of the huge markup with the drugs, and there's a naive population, especially in a lot of the more rural communities, that don't know that, geez, I'm really getting ripped off.
The task force, perhaps like gang culture itself, is a melting pot. Various agencies sharing information to curb gang activity. Detective Sergeant Rich Wood is with the Watertown Police Department, a task force member since 2000. Wood says sharing information about potential gangs has kept them from growing.
The 3 that we use as examples, amongst others, have been to jail, have been to prison, and that certainly breaks down the rank and structure.
Wood is referring to this picture, a former local sect of Crips. On the right, Andrew Stobie. He stabbed another gang member in Watertown in April of 2000. In the middle, Larry Cameron, arrested for selling drugs. And on the left, Michael Moyer, now serving time for attempted murder after shooting a man at a party in Watertown back in 2003. Fort Drum officials are also members of the Gang Task Force. They say because some soldiers come to the military with gang affiliations, they can prove to be a wealth of knowledge for local authorities. In part 3 of our series, we'll ask the question, why do people join gangs? And what can be done to stop young people from joining? Diane and Brian.